Hi there everybody, Adam Giles here from Mirror World News. Today we have an interview with an author named Sharon Ledwith. She's twice published with Mirror World Publishing with her Arch of Atlantis series. Stay tuned. Hi there everybody, welcome to Mirror World News. I'm here with Sharon Ledwith. She's an author published by Mirror World Publishing. She has two books that you've published now. What are the two books?
Last Timekeepers in the Arch of Atlantis is book one in my series. It's a time travel, young adult time travel series. And the second, which is the prequel, you can read either or, is Legend of the Timekeepers.
Okay, so you wrote the second one first and the prequel after that one?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay, cool. That's a neat way to do it.
I know it's different. I wanted to do a little bit of backstory and introduce my readers to where the arches came from. Who is this Atlantean magus named Lilith, and who is this Belial who's, a badass Atlantean. So I wanted to clear up a few things, and it helps actually to develop the series that way too.
Okay, so you had the characters established in this one, the
Yes.
Arch of Atlantis,
Yes.
and then you went back and did the characters to kind of give their background in the previous, the
Yes,
prequel.
I did, yeah.
Oh.
And I introduced new characters too in that one.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Now, I ask a lot of questions to a lot of different authors here on Mirror World News. Now, I'm going to ask you a question I asked to many other ones.
I'm gonna get ready.
What do you do besides writing?
Oh, that's a good question. Housework. Just basically read, hang out with family, exercise, walk my dog, Nemo. I have a kind of a weird, boring life right now, and I'm just, inserted my life into my writing career, and we recently went on a cruise, my husband and I, so that was fun too.
Right.
So we celebrated our 30th anniversary, so we did it with a bang.
Right on.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Professional writers can go on cruises.
Yes,
It does happen.
Yes, it does.
So it is something that does occur. So now, a lot of aspiring writers, they have a lot of different things that really get in their way of writing. So I have to ask you, because you're an established writer now, what do you find is the hardest part of writing?
Oh, the hardest part. Oh, where's the list? First of all, the hardest part for me is really just to sit down and write. The time, because sometimes life throws you curves, and the last 2 years I've had some curves thrown at me, but I call them my beautiful distractions. However, you can use those experiences and get your feelings out onto the paper. But it is the time, so you really need to set a schedule. You really need to do that for yourself, for your, for your sanity, just to get out there, finish your book. That's the key, is to get the words on the paper and finish your story. So
That's actually that's more than one author has said that we've interviewed. Is just
okay.
write.
Right,
Just
just write.
set a time and just write. That's
Yeah.
the hardest part
Yeah,
for a
it
lot of
is.
people.
It absolutely is, yeah. Yeah. So I have a little bit of an idea of the formula. I guess the right formula is to write, rewrite, revise, repeat. And until you get that book the way you want it, send it to your publisher, or put it, if you're an indie publisher, put it up there, but make sure that it's how you want it and professionally done. So.
Now, as an alternate question to that, what do you think is the easiest part of writing?
Easiest part. Do you know, I believe it or not, I love the research part. I love doing the research, especially with the time travel. I mean, you go back, you do the backstory, you get some ideas, and I roll with those ideas. So like with this one, Robin Hood's in it. Well, I made him the same age as my protagonists, which, there are 5 kids in it. And I just thought to relate to each other and just change things up. So I've taken bits and pieces of factual history and made it my own. So I really enjoy that. I really enjoy creating characters and creating the story and the research that goes in it. And then the hard work comes putting it on paper.
And actually writing. Excellent.
Yeah.
Great. No, yeah, that's really cool. Now, where do you get your ideas and your inspirations? Like, why did you decide to write about Atlantis?
I've always liked Atlantis. I do believe it existed. I really do. And I've, doing the research again, and there's just too many books out there and too many myths and legends that there's got to be a connection, and I've always been drawn to that. So I don't know whether it's a past life. I believe in them too, but I just think I was meant to do that series, and I also believe not believe time travel. I really like that genre. I really enjoy it. So I thought, just put all my interests in one basket and see what happens.
Right on. So just kind of jumble it together and see what comes out of it.
What cooks and yeah.
Right on. Now, you have the 2 books that we already have. Are you working on anything new right now?
I am.
Would you be able to give us a little sneak peek?
And I can. It's taking place in World War II in Amsterdam, and it's in Jordan Jensen's point of view. So all my characters have their own book. I plan on 5 to 10 in the series, and then plus the prequel, which is not here.
Right there.
And so this one here is in Amanda's point of view, and of course the legend was in Lilith's. Now this one here is in Jordan Jensen's point of view, so it's a little bit different for me because it's a guy's point of view, but I've been having a lot of fun with it, and it's one of the darkest ones, I think, because of the content and then the Nazis and so I'm almost done it, and I know it will be out next year, so just be patient with me.
Out next year. Mm-hmm. Now, you said there are 5 different characters? 5 different characters?
5 different characters, all multicultural. I really thought that, especially literature, that you had to have a different cultures in characters. What do you call it?
Just diversity.
Diversity. Thank you. Yeah, Canada is very much that way. So my Amanda is half Native American. Jordan is white. I've got Trina's Chinese, Drake is African American, and Ravi is East Indian. So I've got a mix there, and they all have their own talents and gifts, and which they bring to each timekeeper mission. So that with Jordan, for example, he is a jock, and he uses his athletic skills and his coaching ability to bring it to the mission to
rally everybody together, kind of thing.
Everybody together and to solve their task and what they have to do.
Right on. Now, I know I'm curious now because you've mentioned the book, you've mentioned the prequel, and you mentioned kind of like what they're doing, that they time travel and all that kind of stuff. Can you give us just a quick summary of the book? That way, anybody who's watching it like me right now, their interest is piqued. Let's just start with the first one. Okay. Because you said the second one's a prequel, so let's not even worry about that one.
Oh, yeah.
Because they'll read it if they want to read this one. So.
Okay. Well, the main idea of the series is that that nobody can change time. Now, yet the kids are changing time anyway by going back in time, but they have to fight an evil force that's just been unleashed into the world, and they have to. And he wants to change the time to suit his needs. So the kids go back in time to make sure, and they're given a task or a mission in the form of a riddle, and they have to solve this riddle. So, for example, this one, they have to go back to make sure that, first of all, figure out what they're there for, and a lot of the clues are in the riddle. So they have to figure out why they're there, what they have to do, and then they get back home. And once they solve that mystery, they're back. The arch reappears, and they all get sucked through it again. So basically, the whole premise of the series is that you can't change time, the historical time that we know, and that's why they're there, to keep time from changing.
Okay, so they're there to keep this other force from altering the timeline.
That's it, yes, because everything will change that.
Right on. That sounds really cool. I'll definitely have to check that out.
Thank you very much.
Now, what is your favorite genre to write in and to read?
Oh, okay. I do like time travel. I love the Outlander series. I do like paranormal. So I've created another series, but that's another show for teen psychic mystery. So I guess psychic, the supernatural, and time travel, I guess it all gets lumped into fantasy. Mm-hmm. Okay. If that's correct. I do like some contemporary and things like that, but that's my major.
And that's for reading and writing?
Reading and writing, yeah.
Right on. Now, we already gave the advice of, write. Actually sit down, writers, and actually write your work out.
Right.
That's what you have to do
Yeah.
to be a writer. You have to actually write it.
Yeah.
What other advice can you give for an aspiring author who really wants to get out there and get their book known?
Okay, 3 things. Practice, perseverance, and patience. Without those 3 things, you're not going to make it. You have to, and don't be hard on yourself. You're going to write a crappy first draft anyway. I did. However, if you keep at it, and I mean, I've been doing it for years. I started in 1996 with going to and taking, honing your skills. That means, you can get everything you want off the internet, but you also taking courses, things like that. And know you're not alone. It takes more than one person to write a book, to create and publish a book. I've been really lucky to have a wonderful publishing company that has backed me. So, I mean, it's a team effort. It is a total team effort, and know that you're supported that way, and to continue on writing books. But yeah, for sure, it might be slow, but give yourself the patience and keep at it, and practice.
So
And I still am practicing.
So 3 P's once again are practice,
perseverance, and patience.
and patience.
Lots of that.
Excellent advice. That is wonderful advice for any
Thank you.
aspiring author.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there would like to pick up either one of Sharon's books, where's the other one? There's the other one there. If any of you would like to pick up either one of these books, they are on sale right now from Mirror World Publishing. And I think by the time this episode airs, we are still before the winter sale being over. So if you use the code MWDEAL, you'll be able to get $3 off any purchases you make. So definitely, yeah, it is a good deal. So go there right now and check it, because I believe this will air right before that is done. So definitely come and check that out.
Okay, great.
Well, thank you very much for coming in here, Sharon.
And thank you for having me, Adam. I really appreciate it.
You're very
you
welcome.
make me feel so relaxed.
Oh, well, it's the set. It's not me. Well, thank you so much for coming, and for you and everybody else out there, have yourself a wonderful day.
You too, and thank you for tuning in.